Hello YouTube, it's Strunkmonk74 here and I'm bringing you another video, and this time it is going to be about my first impressions of the CTE Final Stand DLC that you can play now. So if you're a CTE member or you've got access to CTE, which I believe you have to be a Battlefield Premium player on PC, then you should be able to get access to this. I think there's going to be 4, possibly 5 maps, can't remember, and they're going to be rotating them on the CTE server. Currently you can play Operation Whiteout, and they're 64 player servers. So with that out of the way, you may be wondering why I had such a long intro with nothing going on. Well, that was to get all of that out of the way, because I wanted to really wanted to talk about what my lasting impression of the CTE was, and you're starting to see it here, and that was, where has the recoil gone? I couldn't believe how once I'd got used to the movement, because let's be fair, the movement in the CTE is very slick and very fast compared to the vanilla game. If you go back to the vanilla game, having played the CTE, you're going to feel like you're running through treacle. You're like moving underwater. Everything seems a little bit slower. It just seems to take a lot longer for you to do or achieve any sort of movement that you're trying to do. In CTE is very slick, very quick, and that's really nice. That aspect's absolutely fantastic. But that, compared to what seems to have happened to the recoil, is to me it's a little bit worrying, because I do like tactical shooters. I don't like just run and gunplay. I like to be using cover. I hope, you know, like most of my footage, a lot of times you'll see me trying to like peek behind cover, put myself behind cover, try and use cover as best as I can. I think one of my teammates has called me a methodical player, and I guess, you know, that's fairly accurate. That's how I like to play. And you know, I just couldn't believe what I was feeling. So that first clip there, I was using the AWS, and I thought, you know what, maybe it's just down to the AWS. It is it's the first time playing this. It's a new map, so I'm going to get used to it. So I'm going to pick the most OP weapon in the class I enjoy most, which is support. So to give myself as best chance I can while I get used to the maps. You know, so I thought, all right, tell you what, let's switch it up to something I know has definitely got a little bit of a kick. So I switched it up to the PKP. So this is what I'm using right now. You're watching me use the PKP as right now. This clip is all PKP, and I was just like, okay. So what's changed? Not too much. I mean, I can feel I've got to definitely compensate vertically a bit more, possibly use a bit more burst fire than going full auto than the AWS, but in all, it's, yeah, if I can get my compensation right, a few more rounds of this, and get my compensation right, and I think I can do some serious damage with this. And I just couldn't understand why I was doing so much damage. You know, like, I should not have been. Well, I've never. Let me rephrase. I've never been that accurate with the PKP, especially with this setup. And I specifically chose this setup because this isn't just a stock PKP. This is a PKP with the heavy barrel. So I am running all these clips you're going to see now is the PKP with the heavy barrel. So as you'd expect, you know, you're going to get much more of a vertical kick with this setup. And but I just still didn't feel like it was kicking anywhere near like it used to. You know, on the vanilla side of the game, this seems to be some sort of drastic reduction in recoil. And I couldn't work out exactly what it was for quite some time, and then eventually it kind of dawned on me as I started taking on the longer shots. And what I actually started to notice when I was doing these longer shots, you know, like shots like that, I don't think I couldn't pull them off in Battlefield 4 in the vanilla game, especially not with this weapon, with the heavy barrel, that sort of range. I just don't remember pulling off shots like that. Or if I did, it means someone was laying down or camping somewhere and gave me a very good chance. Basically, being stock still, but moving across the map like that, you know, I can't remember doing it. And the more I was playing like that, and the more I realised, you know, another great example here. You know, I've taken a clip. He's clipped me good there. I'm down to 16 health. fantastically. The hit markers are working well, so I knew exactly where the shot came from. But still, you know, 16 health, and you know, I could just spin around like that, put a few rounds into him, and he's down. I just don't remember it being this easy. And the more I was playing, the more I was taking on these long shots. Sorry, that's where I was going with that. The more I was taking on these long shots, like here, the more I noticed that the one thing, the biggest thing that I started noticing was there was no horizontal drift. The vertical recoil is still there, and you do have to manage it. And the further you are away, especially with these LMGs or certain ones of these LMGs, the PKP for example, you know, you still do need to burst fire. But even at some of those distances where I normally have to tap fire, because I was now getting away with burst firing, I wasn't sure if I was like, you know, experiencing it right, or whether things, you know, what I just had no idea. And don't get me wrong, I know this is I don't know, pre-alpha, pre-launch, beta, whatever it is. It's not the finished version, so there's plenty of time for them to change it. And to be honest, I play support, love the class. I always do enjoy it. It's my favourite class, and you know, but I don't think these weapons should be this accurate, especially at some of these sort of ranges. I think that's going to upset quite a few players, especially those who don't play the class, or you're just going to end up with game modes with you know, maps and games that you're playing with the class, with basically everyone playing support. Anyway, that's my thoughts. You know, there's a few more examples of the long range shot coming up here. Hopefully that makes it, you know, it makes it fairly obvious that, you know, there's definitely at least a drastic reduction in horizontal recoil. Anyway, that's my lasting thought for now. That's me. I'm done. I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.